are very sympathetic to the challenges that you face there on Earth. And we know that sometimes you are compassionate when looking at someone else in their struggle, and other times you are not. And it is harder for all of you to be compassionate when you think that the person brought something on themselves. But when you realize that you are creating all of this and so is everyone else, then you know you can cut that person some slack for having created what they created. Because whether they are doing so with their choices in the lifetime or before the life began, everything is a choice. And yet, living with one's choices can be very hard. And that's why it is important for you to have compassion for everyone. Because everyone is carrying their own cross. Everyone is facing a challenge or multiple challenges in their lives. And while it may look like some deserve those challenges and others do not, we say to you that from a higher perspective, everyone is the same. Everyone is playing a role there on earth for you. And so if it is easy to withhold your compassion for someone because of the choices they have made, you can always ask yourself whether you sometimes do the same when it comes to having compassion for you. Are you hard on yourself because you think you could have or should have done better? Are you hard on yourself because you think you could have paid more attention or ignored the signs? There's no real good reason to withhold compassion. And when you offer it, you expand. And what you are expanding into is your higher self. And therefore know that your higher self is compassionate towards everyone, no matter what their circumstances. And you are there to become your higher selves, which means compassion is a big part of the equation. It's a big part of everyone's journey, and sometimes there is more compassion for self needed, and sometimes there is more compassion for others needed. And other times, people need to have more compassion for themselves and others. But compassion will always be the way, just like forgiveness, acceptance, and unconditional love. These are the ways to the fifth dimension, to becoming your higher selves. These are the ways home to source. So you can tell when you are moving in the right direction by how you feel. If you feel yourself expanding, you know in that moment you are becoming your higher self. If you do not feel yourself expanding or feel yourself contracting, that's when you are not, in that moment, taking the fast track to the fifth dimension. You have these opportunities presented to you in every day. Something will happen, you'll hear about something or someone, and there will be an opportunity for you to be who you really are as a compassionate being, and there will also be an opportunity for you to withhold your compassion and stay right where you are in judgment. And that is why you can look at your thoughts as well and ask yourself, am I judging myself or that other person or that group? And if the answer is yes, then you know you have to change your own mind in order to become more of who you really are, which is a heart-centered being of unconditional love and infinite compassion. We are the Arcturian